This is a very interesting painting that can easily turn heads. Take a look at it. A dark horse with a frothing mouth and a hanging tongue prances towards light, while its mane flows endlessly, making one side of the painting completely dark. A naked woman sits on it, with her arms around its neck and an expression of pleasure. Her auburn hair flows like fire, while her white body clings onto the horse. This painting was made in the year 1894, and a scene like this was bound to create a controversy, and it surely did. So much so that the painter went to the gallery where they hung this painting, took a knife and stabbed the painting a total of 16 times. It is also worth noting that out of the 16 stabs, 12 were directed towards this lady. Keep that in mind, we'll come back to that later. First, let's get to know the artist and this painting. In this episode of Artsight, we're looking at the very controversial and uniquely captivating Frenzy of Exultation, or just Frenzy, painted by the Polish painter Władysław Podkwinski. And I apologize if I mispronounced the name, because I know I did. You do not need to look really hard at this painting to understand why it created such a sensation. Not only did this painting stand out from the rest of the painting in the gallery, but also from all the paintings that the artist had ever made. This almost mystical painting is made in such a way that it demands your attention. Take a look at the expression of the horse. It's very jarring. It's convulsing with its mouth open, tongue out, and eyes rolled back, its mane flowing behind like a dark river. One cannot help but ask, what is this horse symbolizing? On the contrary, we have this woman completely naked, which was enough to make people gasp. She seems to be hugging the horse, but it feels more like a choke. The expression on this lady's face is another reason why it raised so many eyebrows. I mean, look at her face. We all know what she's feeling, right? The woman is in ecstasy, experiencing an unbound pleasure. But the artist has very cleverly added both similarities and differences to convey the meaning behind this painting. But before we get into that, I want you guys to tell me, what do you think this painting means? Here, you can pause the video, give it a good glance, and write the meaning in the comment section. Done? Now let's get to the hidden details of the painting. The painting is not a color fest. The artist has kept the canvas very monotonous. But with the use of contrasting colors, he has created a beautiful balanced painting. Here, look at the top left and bottom right corner. One is completely bright while the other is completely dark. The exact opposite. Roughly in the middle of the painting, we can see the dark horse and the bright lady, another contrasting combination. The dark horse is present on the bright side of the painting, while the bright lady is on the dark side. There's a sense of direction in the painting as well. The subjects are moving from the right to the left side of the canvas. But what is the artist trying to show in the painting? The lady here is experiencing an orgasm, and that's what the artist has tried to show here. The dark horse is the orgasm, something kept in the dark, hidden away from people. In this liberating sense, the lady is bringing it out in the light, riding it and expressing herself. The horse is in a delirious state as it symbolizes an orgasm, powerful, unstoppable, and immeasurable orgasm. Okay, so that was the meaning of the painting, right? The scene this painting shows makes it obvious that the meaning must be related to the woman and her sexuality, and that's the reason why it caused a big controversy, with some critics calling it vulgar, crass, and inappropriate, while others calling it fresh and brave. This painting was the artist's most successful painting, way more successful than anything he had ever painted. A total of 12,000 people flocked to the gallery just to see this painting. And since it is 9 feet wide and 10 feet tall, it was like a billboard at the museum, very hard to ignore. And it's not that people were trying to ignore it. But something strange happened. After 1 month since the exhibition opened, the artist came to the exhibition, climbed up to the painting and slashed it with a knife. Nobody ever understood why the artist did so, and no one could ask him as he died a few months later due to tuberculosis. But there are some speculations. The most widely believed reason behind this act of desecration is that the woman in this painting is actually a woman the artist loved. Władysław met a woman named Ewa Kotarbiński during his stay in Warsaw. He fell in love with her, but sadly, she did not. It is also said that when her family saw this painting, they condemned the artist for the striking similarity. perhaps this unrequited love and later hatred towards the artist was the reason for his transgression. This is also supported by the fact that out of 16 stabs, 12 were at the woman. He was definitely trying to direct his anger towards something or someone. The other reason, which could also be true, is that the artist was looking to sell this painting. He had put a lot of effort into it and was expecting to get 10,000 rubles. But sadly, the best offer was 3,000 rubles, which was practically an insult to the artist. This monetary disrespect and the additional harsh criticism from both people and critics might have taken a toll on his mental health. Since he was also suffering from tuberculosis, one can understand the level of his agitation. It was a sick irony that this painting did get famous, but for all the wrong reasons. Perhaps there is a third reason that we don't know and could never know, but if you ask me, I think it has to be one of these two reasons. Why do I think so? Because these two reasons are good enough reasons to slash the painting. Now that we know the painting, let's get to know the artist a little bit. After all, he should not be known for making just one painting. Vladislav started his career as an illustrator and later became a painter. His artistic inclinations leaned towards Impressionism, as the art movement had really garnered popularity thanks to Monet. He made many paintings in the Impressionism genre, and it did get him some recognition. Vladislav was the painter who introduced Impressionism in Poland, which is a big thing. Yet, despite making multiple paintings, none of the paintings stood out. While these paintings are great, there's nothing striking in them. Failing health and a failing career led to the artist choose a different genre, symbolism. And then came this painting. Frenzy was the final painting he made. Clearly, the artist understood that his Impressionism period had expired, and he needed to venture into something different, something more personal. This was a powerful, provocative painting that made people uncomfortable, but at the same time made them want to see more. It perfectly piques the curiosity of people, which is immediately balanced by taboo. That's why this painting is so powerful. In a way, Frenzy shows a very intimate scene, a woman in orgasm. The moment you look at the painting, you almost feel guilty of seeing something you're not supposed to see. And right there, that's where the power of this painting lies. So that was all about the painting and the artist. Do you think there is some hidden meaning behind the painting that I missed? Mention it in the comment section below. And if you found the video interesting, then subscribe to the channel. Trust me, this is not the only interesting video you'll find in this channel. Till we meet next time, take care and have a great day ahead.